right now. So, welcome to the very first graduation, let me put it that way, of the Skilled for Work Academy, which is a program that is called the Workplace Foundational Skills Program. And if you're watching us on YouTube and joining us in the celebration, know that this is also a win for you. We are celebrating our people that are intentional about themselves, about their own personal development, and they are from how many African countries? They are from 9 African countries, like nine African countries. How super duper is that, right? They are from 9 African countries. And I'm really excited for them because even if I say so myself, their lives will never remain the same. You don't encounter me actually go through what I teach you and your life will remain the same. And I'm going to be asking some of you about your experience today and basically about your experience on the program. I'm going to be asking you. But first, the biggest congratulations. Congratulations, everyone. Skill Stars, congratulations. And I can see a lot of excitement also in the chat box. I know. So I know some of you are tired from work. It's a weekday, it's a work day, but yeah, you still showed up today. And that shows me you've learned a lot from me. I show up. There are no excuses for not showing up. So we always show up. And that is what we have learned, or part of what we have learned, and we are going to keep going forward with. So congratulations to the ever first. I can see some of you are already like, dropping chats and all that. I like some of you, like I know your names right now, the likes of Miriam, the Deborah, the Chinedu, the Blessed. There are so many people that I know they are name right now, the Mary Akano, like I know you people's name because I'm always going to Telegram like every day just to like see what is going on. Some of you are very vocal, others are not. You know, when somebody sent a message to the channel yesterday and said, Doc, even if some of us are not talking, this is happening in our lives and all that, and I just smiled. I was like, that's right. So of course, different personalities. That was one of the first things I introduced to you on this program. Your personality type differs, and I understand that. So I expected that some were going to be very vocal, while some others are just going to be like, you know what, I can't. This is happening in my life, but I'm not a Chinedu, and I'm not going to, come here and talk about it, and which is all right, right? That is one of the things we learned on this program about the type of person that we are. Miriam, I see you. So yeah, I want to know the cities you are all joining from today, your name, city, and country. Let's see. And how are you feeling? You know how we do this. How are you feeling? Now, to the meeting, we've used about 13 minutes for pleasantries, and I am excited. Just in case you're watching on YouTube, I am Dr. Aderisola Adio Adepoju. I'm the founder of the most impactful social enterprise in Africa. I Train Africa. And I Train Africa recently kickstarted the most impactful workplace skills academy that is going to ensure that we are contributing or meeting the goal of the United Nations, that is SDG 8, in terms of decent work and economic growth for Africa. And the name of that academy is the Skilled for Work Academy. That academy is going to, like, if you're watching this in 10 years, you're going to be like, I was part of the beginning, because it's going to be so huge. It's going to be something that's going to change the face of the continent of Africa in terms of workplace employability, right? I am tired. My friends are tired. My associates are tired. And of complaining about how people do not have to work. At the end of the day, it is limiting the economic growth of Africa. Because if I cannot scale my business because I don't have skilled workers, the economic growth of Africa is limited. So when you ask me, why am I doing this? What is my mission? My mission is to ensure that by 2030, I am reaching, impacting, changing the lives of 10 million African youth professionals and women by helping them become globally visible and employable. This is my mission. You are already part of that number. You have contributed to that number. There are people that have been contributing for years, and you are now part of that number, part of my global community. And that is part of what I'll be announcing in today's agenda. Right? So, agenda, introductions, we've already done that. We are going to be talking about the skills application, how you are going to apply what you just learned going forward. Then graduation announcements, that say some of you are going to come here and actually speak to me about your experience. Our technical schools program, for some of you that are continuing the technical school, I know about like maybe 25 thereabout in the technical school right now. Then internship placement for those of you, there's a bit of announcement around that too. Then we are going to have a job board community announcement. Watch out for that. Then we are having job opportunities with our recruitment partners. Some of them are already interested in the graduates of this particular academy. Trust me, when I tell you, say, I get network, I like, trust me, as that is part of what I bring to the table, right? Then we're going to be spotlighting some of our participants and we'll be hearing from you. Excited about today's agenda, right? Who's excited about today's agenda? Let's get right into it. This picture is giving me joy. Why? Like, look at the diversity of the skill stars in this batch. If you take nothing out of this batch, you would say I was in a program that had 9 African countries. Nigeria, in fact, as I'm calling your countries, I want to be seeing you putting stars in the comment section, right? And Nigeria is represented here. Kenya is represented. Morocco is represented in batch 1. Ghana, Egypt, Cameroon, Sierra Leone, Ethiopia, and finally, but not the least, is Lesotho. I am excited. When I gave I Train Africa the name I Train Africa, I knew for sure this was going to be happening. I was certain about it. It was the process that I needed to build, because a youth in Nigeria who is not employed, trust me, I can tell you there's an exact same youth in Ghana who is facing the same challenges. Our problems in Africa are what was it called? It is common to all of us. So don't think you are the only one. And you can see it already by the number of people who are from various countries in this batch. You can see the representation. I knew this was going to be like this, but I'm just saying, I want you to see it. I want you to see it. I want you to look at this. The vision is clear. 10 million African youth by 2030. This is 2024. I have 6 years. So we are going to talk about how you are going to be part of that mission. Officially, let me declare this open. The Skilled for Work Academy, Global Employability Academy, has become a movement. It has become a movement, and we are going to ensure we are reaching other African countries and Africans in diaspora as a whole. You are part of the movement. I have recruited you officially into that movement. We did it. We did it. We completed our 6 weeks of Workplace Foundational Skills program. And even if I had to use all my teaching expertise to make sure some of you watch that lesson, I had to pull out all the things that I knew was going to get you to watch that lesson, from my playfulness to giving you project, live project, assignment, quiz. I ensured that you will not escape me. You will not escape me. And I know we are adults. If you are here, you are most likely an adult, right? So what it means is We have problems every day, the daily challenges. I do not undermine those things that you face daily. Some people are mothers, some people are fathers having to feed families, some people are sponsoring themselves in school, some people have bosses that are giving them problem at work. But you showed up. You showed up. And that is why I'm calling you a skill star. You showed up. That is what matters. And just in case you are here and you have not finished, it is all right. Because me, I know I have trained you, I've watched some of these lessons, you are going to finish. No one in this academy is going to start and not finish. We start, we stay, we'll finish. We'll start, we'll stay, we'll finish. We don't drop by in this academy. Okay. Now, the first thing I want to discuss, which is very paramount, because I said, I did not say I am an education-focused academy. I said I'm an employer, but I said the primary goal of the Skilled for Work Academy, the goal of the Skilled for Work Academy is what? Global employability. I Train Africa is focused on two major SDGs, which is the SDG 4 and SDG 8, right? Two major SDGs. SDG 4 is about quality education, which I have offered you. Whether you tell me or not, I'm just joking, but I've had like quality education in terms of what does quality education mean? It means education that is positively changing my life and affecting how my career or my life is generally progressing. That is education. Education and schooling are not synonymous. They cannot be used interchangeably. Education is having the knowledge, the skills, the competencies to be able to live your life in the 21st century. Schooling is I went to school and I got a degree. They are two different things. So schooling is part of education. What I am focused on is to ensure that you are educated based on the requirements of the 21st century. Now, after I deliver that quality education to you, what is my aim? My aim is global employability. Like we educate so that you can become what? Part of the solution that Africa is seeking. And why am I doing all this motivation today? Just in case you have not realized, you have not realized. You know me, I always say me, I'm a global citizen. You cannot know me, interact with me, and not move. I just told you at the beginning of this, I officially declare this a movement. This is the Global Employability Program. And we are going to do this in the true sense of the word. I know on Module 6, Lesson 7, which I call the self-selling lesson. The what? Self-selling lesson. I already covered this about how you can use what you learned on only this program to actually this thing. Just give me a minute. I just realized I didn't click record. Yeah. Confirm that thing is streaming on YouTube. Great. So now, please confirm that thing is streaming on YouTube, just so that we are sure that it is recording. Now, as I was saying, what our aim is what? Global employability. So what it means is, even if when I marketed this program to you, I kept saying, oh, it is a soft skills program, it's going to support you how you work, it supports how you work. Why? I was intentional about getting quality people on my program. So even if I could have used other things to ensure you get in, such as, oh, I'm going to give you CV, cover letter, and everything like that, I was not front loading it to you. Why? Because I wanted you to receive the value that I cannot place money on from this program. So if you join the very first batch, it means that you are someone who recognizes value from a distance. Something, and I'm going to ask some of you today, why? Like, what convinced you to join this academy in just a bit, right? With this batch, I'm going to ask you. Now, Before I ask you, I want to say, what are the possible roles you can do? I already said this on the course. I want to reiterate it. Why? I don't want, like I said, my aim is employability. I don't want you to be stuck and say, Doc, I finished learning. It's because I am waiting for the technical skills tools to start. That is why I don't want excuses. I always say, if the only thing you take away from me is this program, you can run with it. You can run. It may not be in your choice career path, but you can run with it. You can run with it, right? You can run with it. That I am very certain of. Great. So now I listed 7 different things, and there are more. But whenever I list something, I always say, I will tell you what my people have done before. Like the people I have trained in the past, the kind of jobs they now have, I am going to tell you this is what they do with it. Even if I know that this WFS, the Workplace Foundational Skills Program, can do more, but I want to showcase the 7 that I know that me or my partner or someone has gotten employed based on what I trained them with on this program. The first one is to be an executive assistant, whether it is remotely or if it is remotely, to be a virtual assistant. But an executive assistant is someone that, and by the way, when I was going through this program, there was someone, a top person that reached out to me that said, oh, a CEO or an ED of a bank, and was saying, oh, they needed someone to be an executive assistant. It is a job that is well paid. An executive assistant must have the same level of intellect or close to the level of a CEO. And of course, on the program, I showed you how to search for jobs on LinkedIn, where to get those remote jobs, where to get into global. I showed you all that even from module 2 of this program, or even module enough to go and research these executive assistants. What skill sets are being asked of you if you need to. Now, the second one is a virtual assistant. With all the Google tools that I taught you in module 2 and 3, you can work virtually, assist someone as an admin assistant, a virtual assistant. You can do that. Now you can become a customer care representative. Why? With the communication module I taught you in module 4, you can reply emails, you can chat on WhatsApp, you know the do's and don'ts, you know how to use Slack, you can do your communication, your customer care perfectly with that module and what you learned in module 4, that is the communication module. Now, an online educator, Blessing is here, which is why after this slide, I'm going to take comment from some of you. Blessing said she helped her school mother who was doing a PhD, or who is, the person is still currently on a PhD, who is doing a PhD, prepare a CV. And the person said to her that, do you realize, Blessing, that this thing that Doc taught you, like just one lesson out of 78 lessons that she taught you, you can turn it into money, like you can monetize it. And when I said, I know, there are several ways to make money out of what you already learned. You can offer it as a service. You pick it, you do it well, you deliver it to someone, the person gets results, and you start to offer it as a service. Just one lesson. Now you can become a course assessor. The person who is currently assessing, who is my online course assessor in the academy, went through this program, which is like for everything. You see that virtual assistant, Joy is not here, but Joy went through this academy and she was able to offer a virtual assistantship to a sister company whose CEO is right here in this meeting. Now, program coordinator, all of you, or at least most of you will know Ganiya. Ganiya went through that, and she's the program coordinator for the Skilled for Work. How did she become? Because she took the module 5, which focuses on what? Let me see how many people know this thing well. Module 5 focuses on what? Your ability to structure and coordinate. Your ability, that is what she's able to use. That module alone, she could organize because she could build Gantt charts, implementation sheet, standard operating procedure. She could coordinate using just one module. You can see the way I'm moving from module to module. The executive assistant, virtual assistant, customer, they are starting from module 1 to module 4. The things you learned there will support that nature of work. Customer, I said by the time you get to module 4, your communication module will support that work. By the time you are getting to module 5, what you learned will help you. Now, module 6, being a course assessor, online educator, the things you learn there can be monetized. Now, community management, all the Google tools, all your skills about communicating and selling yourself or selling the dream, you can use it. I said, I listed only some. I did not even list monetization on this board. I did not list that you can render it as a service. I just listed some, the exact ones I listed on the program. No one should go through the workplace, but even if it's supposed to support your main work, which is your art skill, I am telling you, if you are in this meeting right now, or you are watching me online on YouTube, and you're asking yourself, oh, Doc, is it possible that I take the foundational program at the Skilled for Work Academy and use it to earn? Yes, yes, and yes. It is called workplace skills. Can you offer it to someone that will pay you? Yes, yes, and yes. Now, before we go, I would like to take some words from you, right? Because there is no amount of, like, some of you have expressed yourself, but I said at this point, I will take some words from the graduates. I'll take at the beginning, which is still the beginning. I will take at the end, but let's do this first, okay? Let's take some words from the graduates. So how you are going to do it, of course, I've taught you how to use Zoom. You are going to use a raise hand button option, and I want to hear from you. And when I say I want to hear from you, I don't want that kind of I got value kind of I want to hear from you. I sent a message on the channel earlier to say, you know what? Give your analysis, a critical breakdown, your analysis. Give it, right? And I want you are graduating today. I want you to tell me your process wins, your result wins, everything that you would look at yourself back in March and you look at yourself back today and you will say, this is what has changed. This is what has not changed. This is what I'm going to do with it. This is my result. This is what my family is saying. This is what the curriculum is. This is what the facilitator is. I want a critical review. So who am I going to be bringing live first on my camera to speak today at the ever first graduation ceremony of the Skilled for Work Academy? Who am I bringing on today? Let me see whose hand is up. Let's see who is raising their hand in this meeting, who would like to speak. So when you raise your hand and I ask you to unmute, you will just say your name, the city and country you are joining us from. You can just give a short thing like who you are, whether you're a professional, you're a student, you are an entrepreneur, whatever, just a short 2-line introduction of yourself. Then you can speak about the Workplace Foundational Skills Program at the Skilled for Work Academy. So who is going? I don't see any hands up yet. Let me see the raise hand button. Okay. Who is going first? Who is graduating first? Who is speaking at this graduation? Who is a valedictorian? Let me put it that way. Who is a valedictorian that would like to speak on behalf of the class? Who is a valedictorian that would like to speak on behalf of the class? I don't see any hand up. I'm going to continue this. Okay, Chinedu. I would have said, Chinedu, Blessing, and Miriam are not in this meeting. So it's the expected extroverted people. I can see their hands up. So yeah, if you're an introvert, you should know something by now. I said your personality, you should know it so that you can enhance your what? You can enhance your weaknesses and solidify your strength, right? And that is what we are going to do. So Chinedu, I've asked you to unmute yourself. Sandra, I said my place is very noisy, ends me doing charts. Oh, good evening, Chinedu. Welcome. So introduce yourself, what you do, city and country. Then talk about
thank you, Ma. My name is Oscar. So I would like to start. I would like to start by thanking you and your team for the amazing show for Living of What Africa. I'm on transit right now, but I started to say something because of what my background.
Chinedu, we can hardly hear you. Chinedu, I can hardly hear you. There is a lot of background noise. I can hardly hear you.
Yes, I am actually on transit. I'm actually on transit. That's why, but I just wanted to say something. I'm on transit. When I got to station, I said I must join. So, but I needed to say something. So, if you can permit me, I can
Please
go
go ahead. I can hear you now.
It's too much of my background. I can just. Okay, ma. Yes, I said my name is Nicola. I am graduating from Abuja.
Abuja, Nigeria.
So, I work I wanted to join the program, but
Chinedu, you know what? Let me do this later on in the program because we are really struggling to hear you. So hopefully you'll be more settled towards the end of the program and we can take you at that time. We are really struggling to hear you right here. And we still have a lot to cover in this onboarding meeting. So hopefully you'll be at home by the time we are taking the second round of this thing, okay? Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, great. Is there someone who is in the multi-settled environment who would like to speak before we proceed? This is still going to happen much later in the program, this offboarding. But first, let's just, I wanted to take one person or two. If there's anybody, and if there's none, let's go. Okay, Mary Akano wants to speak. Mary, please unmute yourself.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mary Akano.
Yeah, my name is Mary Ako. I'm from Nigeria, Oyo State, precisely. This program has been wonderful. Like, wow. I cannot just look at before I joined this program, I knew I lacked skills, even though I'm a master's holder. I had my BSc, I had my MSc. But looking at the tech world where I actually want to be, I know that to be there, I lack many things. I really don't know how to go about it. Like, I was clueless. But this skill for academy, it has loaded me with so many skills. Like, I'm so confident right now. The confidence to work remotely, to actually be relevant in the world of today, in the career world. I I lacked them then, but now I'm so confident, like, okay, now I'm loaded with so many skills, the use of Google tools, writing emails, the SOP, so many, as in, sincerely, I'm so confident, like, because this training has exposed me to so many things I did not know, and now I'm so confident I can use them effectively. I can write emails well. I can create SOPs. I've been using chat GPT. I've been using it, but yes, I've been using it before, but the way everything, in fact, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. That confidence to actually work remotely, to be relevant in the career world, in the career, in tech space, everything. I have them now. I'm so confident. I'm so proud of myself. And I know this is just the beginning. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria Kano. And I picked something from there. You are like, you had a BSc, you had an MSc, proud to now, but you just knew that you lacked the skill, or you lacked something that was going to help you fit into the workforce. And you were just basically confused. And one of the things I keep hammering is this. A confused person cannot, right? A confused person cannot know what to learn. It is somebody that knows what to learn, what to acquire, like that knows the gap, what they lack, that will go and chase after that thing. So for me, as I always tell, one of the reasons I'm always screaming, clarity is king, is when you are clear about what you lack, you can create a plan and say, I will acquire this in month one. If it is this, I'll do it. Like, you can plan to fill the gap. When you don't know, you will be running in circles. Someone on Batch today, after she saw my post, she said she thought she was the only one, that she was jumping from webinar to webinar, from training to training. Why? Because you are just hoping that you will stumble upon what you lack. Like somebody will first tell you this is what you need before you can now go and acquire that thing. And that is what happened with her. As I'm happy, Mary, that you stumbled on this one and you finally. Then the second thing you pointed out, that you had confidence. Hey, then you said you now have confidence to what? Work remotely globally. Right? You now have confidence to what? Work remotely globally, because now you know that it doesn't matter who is on your team. You can write them emails. It's not as if they'll be telling you, check your here. Check, you'll be saying, where? What is it? I did not see. They'll say, we added the meeting to your calendar. You'll be confused. You'll be wondering what is happening, right? The small things that will mess you up, you now have the confidence. So you can go to any, like the SOPs, the everything, like CV, you can go anywhere now. You stand at the interview and they are asking you your ability to work remotely, and you're saying, yes, I can. As in, I can do this, I can do that. The confidence alone. Like I always tell people, I think my friend Latifa is here, and Evie, who has gone through my premium program before that. It's a global opportunities program for professionals. That's a more advanced program, right? She said, Jerry, the first thing you gave me was confidence, as when it was time for me to work internationally. The first thing you gave me was confidence, because why? You told me this is the knowledge you need to work internationally, to work globally, to work remotely. That's the first thing. By the time I knew that this was all I needed in terms of the knowledge and skills, then you told me, my friend will say, Jerry, you told me, if you demystify Oyinbo, there is nothing. They are human, they are the same thing. They probably may not even know or have the knowledge you have. But because you are not certain, you've never been in that international scene, you don't know what is required there, and someone that's been there cannot, like you don't have access to someone that's worked in that international scene. So you're not sure, even if the person is telling you, there's no, like, have you worked there before? Do you know what they are asking of them? But right now, because like there was the last lesson I took on this program, which was the what? Working remotely globally and the cultural nuances, meaning all the things that they will not use mouth to tell you. I put that lesson intentionally as the last. Why? I didn't want you people to come and start jumping to say, oh, this lesson is about working remotely. I wanted you to go through the process. So by the time you get to that lesson, you are confident because you have gone through the process. Well, this is why we call ourselves the Global Employability Academy. It is the Global Employability Program. Anyone looking to work remotely that you are asking yourself, can I do it? I don't even know if I need it. You should take the word of Mary, who says she now has confidence to work what? Remotely. Now I'm going to be taking Abiodun, who I can say, Abiodun, please, hope my food is in that food that you are cooking, no? Eh? Because I can see yam. Is it pounded yam or is it which one? Is it pounded yam or is it pounded yam or is it yam and egg sauce? Look, our food is part of it.
I did not know that you were actually you can see me.
Right? So good evening, Abiodun Adiola. Welcome and congratulations on coming.
Thank you. Yes, you can. Thank you very much, Ma. Period to joining the Skill for Work Academy.
Where are you joining from?
Yeah, can you hear me, Ma?
Yes, where are you joining from?
I'm joining from Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay, great.
Okay, so period to when I joined, I just sat down and I asked myself that as a teacher in a public school, you're not your promotion is based on maybe you leave this level to a next level. So it's not like you do something exceptional and then you are promoted. But I knew that there was something lacking. So if you want to be an exceptional teacher, you need to do something different from others. So I think first 2 weeks into the program, I just some inspectors came in from Ministry of Education and they said that they needed a teacher to present on something relating to tech and soft skills and something like that. So I was just walking towards the gate and the VP just called me. Come, ma'am. Did I know that this you should know a little bit? And I'm like, why you guys is stopping me now? Let me be. And they were asking me questions. Okay, I just remembered everything, like things that I've done, maybe using of the Google tools, all those things you've taught us. I was just pouring, blah, 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 blah. The woman said, please, ma, you're giving us even more than. Tell your sisters to give you more. You provided more information than we expected. So I thought that it has ended. I just salvaged the score and everything. And when she got back, she said that I really did well and it helped the school. So the following week, they just called me that I was going to take the students out for another program relating to tech and soft skills and everything. I was even angry at first that you didn't tell me, like, inform me like days before to tell me, okay, I'll have prepared with the students and everything. So when we got there, funny enough, they told me that they would call me during the break. Okay, sorry. So they'll call me during the break and then we're going to take the children. So I just told them to come around and I was just going to brief them. Go and tell your sister to give you water. Please don't disturb me. I was going to call, Temitope, please give your sister water. Thank you. So I was going to call them and we'll talk. But on getting to, they just called me back. Like, we're taking them to this. I said, what kind of brigade approach is that one? But that's what Dr. Derry had been teaching us. So I just taught the children because I didn't even know what to teach them. I just poured what I had learned and I poured it out to them. And we got there. Lo and behold, the questions came out, as in, it's like questions were coming. They were asking the students questions from what I had taught them and what I had learned from SFW. So when my students were answering the questions, I felt that if I had even trained them more, we would have maybe come third or maybe second or thereabout. But we came fourth and I was so happy, I was glad. So when we resumed this term, principal called us, Miss Adito, you are the one that's going to be in charge of anything relating to tech and everything. Like if they call on us, so you'll be the one to answer because I know that you really know it and everything. My mind, I'm like, what do I even know? I'm just even managing myself. So okay, so that's then teaching, because I teach in a public school. So most times it's not like, I'm not saying the students are not good, but many of them, the foundation is already a bit not that solid. So I'm always like, if I teach SS2, so that would be grade 12 is SS3, grade 11, grade 10. So I grade teach 10, 11, 12. I have. So, most times when I'm preparing my lesson plan is like I will prepare the lesson plan like I feel that I want to teach a grade 1. So I'm grade 1, how will I, so that GTP has helped me. So I can easily put those prompts and I understand, okay, these are the steps I would take in teaching this student this topic. So when I get to class, in fact, like my students now, because if you don't know your onions, you go to class and you're just blabbing in your native language or blabbing in English language, and they'll be looking at you that this local champion. So but when I'm talking to them, I'm like, okay, do you know how to use Google Chrome? Do you know how to do this? Do you know that someone came and decided to please, how did you know all these things? I'm like, so it's like, so most times I know my other colleagues were looking at me because when they're setting like this one, I too know it's too much. Really, for me, it's not all about being globally placed. I know I've been lazy and maybe I've told myself that you need to get your laptop so that you can do greater things. So for myself, in the educational space, really, Dr. Derry, I must say thank you very much, ma, that I came across you. When I clocked 30 last year, I just I felt that there was a vacuum. There was something I had not done. And I kept searching. What was it? So I had been seeing your post, but I'm like, I'm not even ready for this one now. I'm not even ready. I'm not ready. But I don't know that day. I just sat down and it came. And you're talking about personality, clarity, talking about those things. And then I'm like, this is actually what, because what you are doing in SFW, I've taken it into the classroom, especially for my grade 12, that is SS3 students. And I must be sincere with you, a lot of them are like, So there's something that can even help me in positioning myself, as in choosing the right career. Okay, tech. Yeah, and then when I'm talking about, I said, okay, so many of you might not decide to go into the university. Maybe you want to go and study something relating to tech. And I'm like, there's this, you can go and learn this. You can go and learn software. This, not when I said non-tech, non-code,
Tech skills.
Thank you very much, ma. I said, ma, what was that? I said, project management, social media management. I said, ma, I'm just hearing that for the first time. In fact, the way my students now flock around me is like, even sometimes I have to just say, please don't come to the staff room so that I'm not like a public spectator. Come to the library, talk. And I know that I just joined the service too. Okay, I'll be 2 years in service. But with what I've learned here, because I told myself, you still need to go back to your notes, everything, read it through it, and understand it very well. Because teaching here in Nigeria, I don't know about any other part of the world, it's one of, you give so much and you receive little reward. Yes,
I
you
agree
receive,
with you.
and then people think that, oh, what was there? Because I know my folks told me, my parents told me, I said, you see this you're teaching, I don't see anything in it that you're doing now. And Dr. Derry, when you told me you're into fashion and you left fashion, I know that I've invested into a business and it failed. So that guilt, hearing someone who has also and now making headways in another business gave me hope that, oh, you've not totally lost it. You can start again, pick yourself back up again and do something. Ma,
Wow.
I'm still coming back to come and learn more. We are actually gathering everything that we will learn because I still want a one-on-one with you. When you see someone that can hold your hands to move, it makes the journey easy for you. But when you don't find someone that can motivate you, you will just be there that, oh, I'm tired. I went to the fact that my students now, whenever I'm in class, I get total concentration because I know what to put them, as in calm them down and tell them, do you know this? Do you know this? This is what I'm doing. I know how to do this. I can do this for
so much. Thank you so much, Abiodun. So there are a lot of people that have their hands raised. So we need to give them some time to do this because we have just 2 hours to do this offboarding. Like I've picked up a lot of things from the things you have said. And one of the things that stood out for me is this is not just changing your life in terms of the quality of job you are delivering, because you are a teacher. Like it is having ripple effect on your place of work. When you say your school did well, the rating of your school went up. When they called you to represent, you also said that afterwards, shortly afterwards, you people went for a competition that you people may have stood no chance. Your school was able to do well because of you and the crash course you taught them on digital skills. Well done. And that is my takeaway from the things you said. You are learning and there is ripple effect also in your place of work, which is to teach. Thank you so much for giving me that feedback. This gladdens my heart because I always say, when you train a teacher, you are training lots of people because you are certain that people will get this thing from that thing, from like the students will get from that lesson. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So Blessing, I'm going to give you about 3 minutes. Blessing, Blessing, your hand is up. Please unmute yourself. Blessing, you have the floor. Then after Blessing is Miriam. Once Miriam speaks, we'll suspend this and continue later in this presentation. Please, Blessing.
Okay, good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Blessing.
Okay, my name is Blessing Osagi Aifu, and I'm actually a Nigerian living in Morocco.
Okay, good evening, Blessing. How is Morocco today?
We're fine, thank God. Okay, personally, the reason I actually joined this program, I wouldn't want to discuss that, but because I wasn't looking for a job. No, I really did not have a problem, but I'm somebody that likes to be very active. And I felt that my job is not pushing me enough. I am not active enough. I feel I can do better, but I don't know what to do. I want to do more, but I don't know what to do. So I've gotten your newsletter a few times until when I decided, let me even read it. What are these people talking about? So I read and that was it. I picked it up. So personally, what I want to say about this course is, it's not enough to register for a course. It is enough to make commitment to it. It's not enough to make commitment to it. It's enough to implement it. If you give me a sheet to actually write what I have learned, not just what I have learned, what I have been able to achieve over these 6 weeks, it will shock you. My professor's wife, who I spoke to you about, she has a PhD. She's not doing PhD. She's had PhD.
Oh, she has a PhD.
Yes, she's had PhD for 5 years. And she's a principal in a government secondary school. She's trying to transition into the university. And just yesterday, she called me and said, Blessing, the interviewer is asking me, how many months did it take you to write this CV? Because she went for the interview yesterday.
Like the interviewer asked her how many months what?
How many months did it take her to write this resume?
Did it take her to write the resume you prepare? You have to prepare? What? If the resume was that good, like what?
I wrote a 5 pages statement of purpose for her.
Wow.
And I will screenshot our chats today and send to you, Doctor. The interviewer is like, so you mean you are in this city and we've been looking for you. Meanwhile, there are people who knows the governor who have applied. They stepped them down just for somebody who have better knowledge. Like how I can actually affect somebody. This and so many more. So personally, I want to say, it's not enough to take a course. It's not enough to register for a course. It's enough to implement. Push yourself. If you come to my computer now, you will see some things that I don't want to use, but I'm just laying my hands on everything. I want to work. I want to, even what I don't need immediately. I'm just trying to test what I've learned. I'm trying to know that, oh, this thing is working like I learned it. I'm doing everything at the same time. And it's actually working for me.
Wow. Amazing. So, like, this is just mind-blowing. Like, because I know CV was on lesson, the self-selling model. which is
Okay.
module 6, and it was one lesson. It was probably lesson 3 on that module. That module had like about 7 lessons or thereabout.
Yeah.
One lesson. You took one lesson from what you learned on the Skilled for on the WFS program and used it, implemented it for a PhD holder CV. And she went for an interview and they had to ask her how many months it took her to prepare this resume. What probably took you less than, like,
2 days.
of course, less than half a day to
Yes.
do. Like, because you are now skilled enough, you know what should be where. You have a template, because I know I even delivered a bonus template to you people. Like, take this template, make a copy of it and use it to create your own. You have a template, you delivered to someone and the interviewer was impressed with the quality of her resume.
Doctor, it's not enough. Do you know she asked me, a PhD, somebody who've had PhD for 5 years, she said, bless you, I cannot defend this thing you have written.
Wow.
She said, I cannot defend this. He said, this is too much for me. Somebody who has PhD for 5 years, say, I cannot defend it. This is too much for me. Where did you get all of this from? And I had to take time to explain line by line everything I wrote to her. And she said something to me, who is this person that is pushing you? Dr. Derin, you are a force. You are a force. And I'm very much grateful. I'm very, very much grateful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that heartwarming and this thing. And I think my takeaway from what you have said, when I tell people, when I'm teaching these things, people tell me, it's because you have a PhD. When I tell people I've worked at the Museum for United Nations remotely, I've worked at Natural History Museum of London remotely, they will say, Doc, it's because you have a PhD. That is what I want to point out here. If you are watching me on YouTube or wherever it is, you are not part of this group, you've not taken the program, and you think that another degree is what you need, that will help you have the skills that is needed in today's world in terms of the workplace. Alas, you heard what Blessing just said. She had to help a PhD holder prepare a resume, a 5 years PhD, not just a PhD holder, she's not recent, 5 years PhD holder, who has been the principal of a school, prepare a resume, and she took that resume, got the interview, and the interviewer had to ask her, how long did it take you to prepare this resume? And she came back to ask Blessing, who is teaching you all these things? Like, my mind, like, you've blown my mind. And she said, oh, there's this program I'm taking. I said, whatever that, like, this person is mentoring you. This is the third person that's spoken today. They all have jobs. Abiodun Adiola has a job as a teacher in the public secondary school. Oscar was on his way back from work. Mary said she has a BSc and an MSc, and she was confused on what she needed to do next to get a remote job. She wasn't certain. And now Blessing is telling you that she also has a job. Job was not why she joined this program. Do you understand? But when you know, who best to tell you that even when you get a job, in your heart, you will know when you lack something. You just don't know what it is, because no one that has been ahead of you on the global scene to know what is obtainable in that workspace can show you what you need to know. And because you do not know what you need to know, you will not pursue it. So if someone can take a program, like I'm sure what you just refer to as an online course, and is able to deliver value to a PhD holder, what does that tell you? I always tell people, all this I'm teaching, you people have taken the course. I always tell people, like, I didn't acquire it in the PhD program. Neither did I acquire. I had a distinction in my MSc, 4.92/5. But when I tell people that brilliancy and being educated for the 21st century workforce are not the same thing, take it from me. I know I built this program from my pain point. You know, when you're on the PhD program and you are crying because you know that you are brilliant, but you are not really educated when it comes to what to deliver. And that is what has happened with this woman that Blessing has said her story. She had work experience. She had a PhD, but still was struggling to design a resume that could get her into the door. And it took Blessing, who doesn't have a PhD, doesn't have all those MSc, doesn't have, do you understand? Who took a program in less than 6 weeks to deliver that value to her? Please, I always say it, knowledge acquisition is not the goal. Global employability is the goal. Let's take note of that. And lastly, we are going to listen to Miriam and we are going to proceed with this presentation. I have a lot I have to show you today in terms of what is next. Miriam.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, Miriam.
Ma. Good evening, everybody. I'm fine, ma. I'm so happy to be among the start today. I'm so excited, as in I've been dancing since. In fact, before this course, before I joined iTrain Africa, I'm a graduate of physics education. I started my master's. Can you hear me, please?
I can hear you clearly, Miriam.
Okay. I started my master's. I spent 1 year. The following year, I told my husband and my parents, I'm no more going back. They said, what happened? I said, that's not what I want. I didn't go back. So but I knew that tech is something that is very important for everybody to know. So I took one course as a project management course, in which I don't think I understand what it is, but let me say I just gained little knowledge, but I don't know how to start. And I was taught Gantt chart, but I don't know how to. Yes, I don't know how to create
use it or how to implement it at the workplace. Yes, so you gain knowledge.
Ma. I don't even know anything until I go until I watch this video, until I go very, very funny. So when you talk about Gantt chart, I was like, but I had this thing in project management. I don't even the person did not even explain this is how you're going to use it. This is where you can see it. And in fact, I'm so happy that I joined this thing, that I joined the course. And another thing is I gain a lot about this LinkedIn. I opened my LinkedIn account 2019, but I just opened it for opening sake. I don't even know the essence. I don't know. I just know that I just opened it. But when I listened to the lesson on LinkedIn, I ran back to my account, do the normal thing. And in fact, as of today, I've applied for like 6 online teaching, because I'm a teacher, 6 online teaching job, in which they acknowledged my this thing, and they said they'll get back to me. So I'm able to do my cover letter, my CV properly. And the last one is this Canva of a thing. I'm so happy. If I gain a lot there. I was able to do a logo for one of my aunts. She's a fashion designer, and one of my brother is by June 15 rather, is going to wed. So I did a flyer and I added audio to that IV. I did an IV and I added audio to it. And I sent it to the wife and she was like, wow, you're an amazing sister-in-law. I look at her like, is that the day that is the end of this thing? You don't know. And seriously, I'm so happy that I joined this program, and I pray that God will continue to enrich you, enrich this iTrain Africa, as you go beyond what you even expect.
Amen.
But please, my observation, please, can this program be implemented in this our curriculum, Nigeria educational curriculum? Because
I want that is where we are going with this. So maybe you should.
Seriously. Thank you, ma.
Thank you, ma. Like where you ended is where I will start. Can this program be implemented in the Nigerian curriculum? Like what a headline. Like that is where we are going with this program, because we know that I'm telling myself that if this particular program, like I can bet you see that 45% unemployment rate among graduates. If they can implement this, I can bet you that percentage will out. That percentage will be out, because I have two people who had gone to this program when we were in the testing phases, that they had not even gone to the university. They finished secondary school. They had a gap year, like a gap time before university. They came, they learned. And before, by the time they entered year one, both of them right now, one is still on my team. I'm not sure whether she's in this meeting. She's still on my team. Like, they are teenagers. Do you understand me? They are teenagers. Like, they are working and schooling. Like, no, their parents are not poor, but their eyes have opened to how they can balance it, how they can structure to-do list, that they are like, one of them went to school, diploma, University of Lagos, and got 16 over 16. Like, diploma is A levels. Like, he was doing my website, and he got 16 over 16, like A levels highest mark, 3 A straight in A levels. Wow. And he was working, and he was a teenager. So when I tell people that beyond me giving you the skills that will translate to work, your life will balance, because I know that as you are getting this thing, your life needs to balance, right? Your life needs to balance, which is why I did that structure model. Like, you need to balance your life so that one part is not suffering, right? You will get the skills, you will get the knowledge, you will get the mentorship, which is why I introduced certain models in that thing. And thank you very much, Miriam. You said, can we just already introduce it? And when you said you abandoned your physics masters, I smiled. There are a lot of people that are like you. Like, we started, or like say they registered for an MSc because they felt that was the next step. Like, people are telling them, okay, now you're doing well. The next thing so that you can keep progressing in your career is to get a master's. Why? I say, I don't blame when parents make us do those things. I said, it is for lack of knowledge on what is needed in today's world. They don't know better. They don't know better. Like, a person reach out to us on WhatsApp, but like you said, I would come to that project management, right? They don't know better. So they are advising us based on their own level of exposure, which is not sufficient for today's world. So many people will start the master and say, no, even if I don't know what I need to do, at least I know this master's is not is not it. You would know, but you just don't know what next. So for you, and where you now, the last thing I'm going to say about what stood out for me in what you said is project management. You had gone to a technical school. You went to take a technical course. I'm sure because they say, tech is important, go and do project management, go and do this thing. You know, all those things that they have said about acquire a tech skill. Then you went into it, took the project management program, and you finished. And by the way, I'll talk about our project management this thing. Gantt charts is like the simplest form of what do I call it? Work tool in project. Like, it's like the simplest. There are bigger ones. There's Airtable. There's like there are other things. There's Trello. There's Monday. Like, there are bigger ones. So in Gantt chart, after you have completed a project management program, you did not know how to use it. I said, what you did was acquire knowledge that will showcase certification. You are still not skilled for work. You are still not what? Skilled for the work you learned. Because what you got was knowledge. They told you Gantt chart exists. Okay, auntie, how do I translate it into work? Where will I find it? Which kind of work will I use it to do? You are blank. So I always tell people, if your aim is to say, I want to learn data analysis, you will come back to this prerequisite, which is what? The foundational skills you will need in any workplace as an entrepreneur, as a freelancer, as a professional, as an academic, you will need it. Let's be clear. If you go there, you will come back. Me, I can guarantee you that one, because you will realize that they gave you project management certification, but you cannot still work. You will still not find the work because you are still not skilled for what? For work. Thank you so much, Miriam. And
thank you.
let's continue this program. Now, what can you do for us? We have had amazing, amazing testimonials, feedback about this program. Now, let's move on. Graduation, I hope you have created your flyer. If you've not, that's the first request. Please create your flyer, compose your own words, use ChatGPT if you must to compose your own words. I've taught you how to do research, which is one of the most important skills that you would have taken out of this academy, how to research, how to find anything you want on the internet and find quality. Because I said, I taught you how to think. I said, the quality of your thoughts determines the kind of research you do. And you don't give what you don't have. But the quality of question you ask ChatGPT determines the quality of answer. So people will say, oh, AI will teach me. I said, it is when you know what to ask AI. Do you know what to ask AI? You don't know what to ask because your critical thinking is not at the level that it should be. So please create your flyer and spread the word. I sent the link to you earlier on the group. Now, we would like to celebrate. We've already celebrated some of these wins. Create your this thing, spread the word. Now, what is next? You need to level up, especially if you don't have an art skill. If you don't have an art skill, and on the program, of course, it's on my screen where I'm talking about what? The employability formula for 2024. I don't know if it's going to change next year, but this is still the formula as of today. You need 5% from your academic, you need 30% of soft skill, which is what you just completed, 30% of art skill, and 35% of what? Experience, which could be work, volunteering, or internship. So how do you level up, especially if after taking this program, you have told yourself, maybe you're a teacher and you're telling yourself, like, I know right now that I want to pivot. I want to pivot. I want to, transition. I want to learn an art skill, whether it is a no-code art skill or it is a coding art skill. Now, these are the things we have for you. You have taken the soft skill program. We have the art skill in our technical school. And now for this particular batch, yesterday, I had a review with my team based on the meeting I had with the facilitator over the weekend. And I told my team by Monday that everyone who has registered for this particular batch, we are streamlining it to 3 programs in the technical school. Why? We have developed the curriculum for the project management. We have done that also for the product management. And in the course of us doing program coordination, we realized that some of those things, if a person has gone through my workplace foundational skills program, they most likely, like what they will learn on the project management combined with the workplace foundational skills program will be sufficient to establish a career in program coordination. So we told ourselves that as at today, we are going to remove the program coordination and leave project management and what? Product management. Now, that is 2 career paths we are starting off on June 25. Again, we had earlier said June 18, but we are communicating now that June. Why? We checked our calendar and realized that that week is the Muslim Eid. June 18, June 19, June, those 2 days are Eid. So we would rather not start the program during festive. One of our facilitators is a Muslim, and there are a lot of people that are also joining this program that is Muslim. I don't want to start my onboarding of a program when I know that half my population will not be present. So we are staggering that program by 1 week. Instead of June 18, we will start June 25 when the celebrations will have passed. Now, that means if you want to work professionally in an organization, in the industry, as a project manager, as a program manager, our facilitators, like I'm meeting with one of them again on Saturday. We have created some slides for the one that is in the UK that is taking the project management. And like my heart is full because I don't even know what I did to deserve the gift of those facilitators. But these are professionals that are earning well. They don't need, like, money cannot be the reason they are doing this with us, right? Because we have had several meetings on Mirror. I'll probably share my screen at a particular point to show you my Mirror and the curriculum that have been developed. I have trained them. Most of you have commented about how I deliver excellent teaching. So for me, I said I want to reflect the same level of excellence. So what I have done is beyond them having the knowledge, I have trained them in several sessions on my mode of delivery in this academy. So in fact, I told them that I would rather start at a later date. Anyone that doesn't want to start at a later, I would rather refund the person's money than for me to deliver a lower level of excellence. I am that particular about this academy. So in the art skills program that we are starting on June 25, we are doing project management, product management, and I had to choose one for the entrepreneurs in the room. I then chose that we are going to be starting what? Content creation. For the people that want to do this for entrepreneurship's sake or for freelancing sake. And why is that? When we were, in the management meeting, we had to decide which 3 are we kickstarting on June 25, and we were struggling between the 2. And I said, which one will my people find jobs faster, quicker, and they can easily get their money back? And we had to decide, we all had to unanimously agree that it will be the what? Social media management and content creation. Why? Anyone in this meeting that has an online brand, whether it is a personal brand or a business brand, every single day wakes up, thinks of creating content for that brand, because content is how we now sell. So everybody, be it a company, an individual, now needs someone to create content on with sense and who knows what they are doing to create content with or for them, and also to help them manage their social media platforms. Now, one of the other reasons, my selfish reason for also choosing that particular one, is the fact that I promised people that I want to create a content program that one of the things I will teach on it can help people earn 100,000 naira in 1 month by just writing 4 articles. Why is that? There is shortage. There is what? Shortage. Go and ask, go online, go to LinkedIn right now and say, LinkedIn content creator. Let's try it right now. LinkedIn what? Content creator. We don't have them. Like, companies on LinkedIn are willing to pay plenty money to someone who understands how to create content for LinkedIn. So I said I am going to niche down my content school in such a way that if somebody wants to learn only that thing on that program, that is creating content for LinkedIn company pages, if that is the only thing they learn, they can eat with it for the rest of their life. Remember, global employability is the goal. So I made sure that I asked myself, which one can give my people money quickly, that they don't have to be begging a business owner to say, give me your ads account, let me set it up for you and all that. And you now have to be convincing them, because, and I think the last thing that made me make that decision as at now is we realized that in terms of internship, partners would not delegate their marketing to interns. So what it means is you may not be really involved in the work of our partners in the digital, in terms of paid advertising, because they have to give them access to the back end of their website and all that. And it is now going to be a struggle to convince them to do that because they are not sure about their cybersecurity. Unlike content creation, that you just create the content, deliver it to the partner, and bam, you have collected your money and all. So it is not invasive. So after all this consideration over the weekend with the facilitators, my board, management, and all, we decided on these 3 programs because it can quickly sell. There is no business alive that is trying to grow that does not need a project manager. They need them everywhere in the industry, even in the academia now, they are appointing project manager. Same thing with product. Product is such an underrated technical profession. Like what? Product managers, especially those that now go into product management for AI, like AI software. That is what Ivie, my friend, is doing in Australia. And she's not earning less than $10,000. Ivie went through my program, and she's the one I spoke about her intention. She said, "Dear, you gave me confidence." The first job she got here out of Nigeria after she went through 6 weeks of my program then was $1,005. She later on moved to Australia, moved to Agile, which is why for me, I think I am bringing people that are relatable, people that they can tell you this is that. Like, this is what you need to know. As in yesterday, she started to say, "Jerry, I'm super sorry. We need to progress on this creation of this program. Well, I'm flying to Melbourne right now. I'm very busy and all that." I said, "No problem. We'll see you on Saturday." I told myself this year I will not work on Saturday. I've been working for you people on Saturday. My friend Amara is there. I'm just saying, "Jerry, you say you know," but I said, I have to meet with my facilitators to ensure that they are delivering quality. And the question you may be asking is, can you take 2 art skills consecutively? Yes. I have 2 or 3 people who have paid for art skill, like they paid for 2 art skill on this particular cohort already. Like they paid for 2 art skill because they feel like they want to be product managers, and maybe they have also a need to learn how to create content for themselves or for the organization they work for as a freelancer or whatever. So my advice would be, if you must take 2, take 1, that content, take it. Trust me, I know what I'm bringing. I'm the one taking that particular thing. I know what I'm bringing to the table. Like, I can imagine your headline, the content creator for LinkedIn, content creator for companies that wants to make, as in, have this thing on LinkedIn, that wants to have global presence on LinkedIn. Like I said, if that is the only thing I teach on that program, as at 2017, when my subordinate was creating content for a LinkedIn company page, in a month, she used to create 4 articles. 2017, she was being paid 70,000 naira for creating 4 articles. Bukola only used to have a laptop and say, she was the first person that exposed me to how high people pay for LinkedIn content creation. And I'm like, what? As in, yeah. So I told myself that I would just see on that program, my curriculum, I would de-emphasize, I would teach Facebook content creation, Instagram, but I want to emphasize, because like I said, I am a what? Global Employability Academy. What can bring us the dollars before, like, we don't want to be staying here and be saying, no, what can bring the money? What is a highly in demand, no code tech career you can start immediately? Content creation, product management, and project management are top on our list, and we are kicking that off on June 25. So if you are in this particular academy, you already paid, please reach out to Muina and choose from these 3. And like I said, it is also all right if you feel like, oh no, as in, I want to still do this thing. I will say, we are going to create those programs at a later time, which is not this year, it's going to be next year. After this batch that is starting June 25 in the technical school, the next technical school is May 2025. There is no more technical program this year. And also note, after this batch, the technical school is not going to be less than 6 figures. So congratulations to everybody who has paid for any program in the technical school right now, because our subsidy is going to, like we initially did 75% subsidy. We are taking it up now to 50% subsidy. Like we are going to add an extra this thing. So that 75% subsidy is going to about 50% subsidy for the technical school. So yeah, for those of you who are already paid for programs or who will pay for any technical course till June 12th. June 12th is the last day to pay for. Sorry, okay, because now we've staggered it. June 20 will be the last day to pay for technical school. After that day, anyone that is coming to our technical school will have to pay the 6 figures. That is a 50% subsidized this thing. So yeah, if you're asking, should I join now? And you are here, I said, even if you don't need anything, you want to build a career in anything, you will need your LinkedIn page. You will need to create content for your LinkedIn page. And by the way, my Global Opportunities Program, which is the only other place you will find that knowledge I'm going to teach, or like on my Global Opportunities Program, I teach them many things, profile building, content creation, I teach them all those things. So I'm taking some of the knowledge from my premium program and teaching it, like that article writing for LinkedIn, I'm teaching it on the content creation program. That's the only other place. You can't find it anywhere. Go and ask ChatGPT. Ask this thing. You will not find my model. I write one article on LinkedIn and people reach out to me from outside, like India, UK, like one article. My framework is unique. I have not seen it in any other place. And I do not mean to brag. It has just worked, right? So it has just worked for me, like, because I learned, like, I've had global interaction, so I understand the language to write the articles that will convert. So I encourage everyone that's taken this thing. You may not understand how this particular technical skill of content creation will impact you, but if you remember what I told you on the self-selling model, I said to you, the people who will build wealth in this world we are in are the people who have the ability to sell the value they carry. The people who will build wealth are the people who have the ability to sell the value they carry. And I sell my value on a platform. I always say, when I am choosing platforms, I'm a strategist. I don't fetch water into a basket. I go and look for the platform that has the global essence, the global thing I'm looking for, and camp there. And it is not by number of followers. Which is why whenever you see me shouting LinkedIn, I always say, only if you knew. Some of you at some point will graduate that after you take this thing, you start earning, you are going to come to my premium program. That I know. You will have enough money to come to my premium program. That I know. That is the Global Opportunities Program, which is at today about $320 or thereabout. You will have it, right? But I'm just saying that I want you to be able to get started with content on the right platform. And that is what I'm teaching is like a lot of freelancers, if they grab this course, they will say, finally, they have a course where they can learn content creation for a platform that no one teaches content creation about. Go and find content creation courses on other YouTube and everything. It will be content creation for Instagram, for Facebook, for Twitter. People don't know how to create quality content for LinkedIn. That I can guarantee. So I believe everybody in this room, if you're asking yourself, what is the next self-development program I must take? Tell yourself it is the one that will teach me how to create content that will sell me on the global stage. Even if you say, oh, I want to maintain my art skill, I want to maintain my career path, I want to be a teacher, I want to continue. I say, that you're teaching, that you are going to sell. Please go and learn how to create the content that will sell it. That is why that is that important, which is why I had to choose that particular one when we were going back and forth about which one should we let's start on June 25. Now, internship placement for work experience. Ta-da! Ta-da! Initially, we had said that we would not allow anyone who hasn't gone through the entire GCP program intern, we now realize that people, like, there is a friend of mine that she's in this mission right now that she's looking to hire, which I'll talk about from our academy, right? For someone who could support our content creation and our administrative role, who can support awards. Again, this content thing has come up again. Me and this, my friend, we every day always lamenting, why don't people have sense to create content in the right way? So nobody is teaching them. Nobody is teaching them what to look out for in content. They are only teaching them how to create beautiful designs. The design will be given, but the content is not selling. No one is teaching people how to strategize for content that sells, content marketing, right? Mandy, you can pay for 2 art skills. Yes. I said it. Someone paid for, not someone, 2 people have paid us for 2 art skills already amongst yourselves. Like they paid for 2. They said they will pick 2. In fact, they paid. They said when it is time, they will decide. When I, which is why I took my time to explain this, so that if you are trying to make a decision. Now, like I said, I feel everybody should go on the content creation course like standard, because I'm going to be niching down on LinkedIn content creation. Now, if you are now struggling that between product management and project management, which one should I go for? I would say that if you like to interact with, let me explain the difference to you. If you are that kind of a person that you'd like to say, oh, like this product is my own. Like you like to be an entrepreneur. Like you like the boss of being an entrepreneur. Like, oh, this product, I'm the one that from the marketing, from the creation to the marketing, like you want to be an entrepreneur. Like you like the creativity and the whole process of creating product like an entrepreneur, but you don't like to be a business person. There are some of us that we like the creativity, we like the whole build-up of the whole thing, but we don't want to now be the face of the business that will now be pushing, be doing all the marketing. We don't like it, but we like the entire creative thing of creating offers, creating this thing. Please go for product management, because it is like you are betting a baby. Like product management, like it's like betting a baby. Like you would see it from consideration to go to market. That is what it is. Now, project management, however, is if you are that person that likes to oversee, like you're not an entrepreneur. You are the entrepreneur that likes to oversee. Okay, like you have that mental capability to say what is happening in this thing. How would this one fit into this one? Can this department do this? You are a good manager of people. When you manage people and events deliver, you are happy. Go for project management. But in terms of money, both of them pay mad money on the international. I just told you my friend earns above 10K in a month, not a year. Do you understand me? So what of them? There's money. You see the 3 things I left on this thing. Like I said, I'm concerned about the dollars. So I left the 3 things I know can bring the dollars. Let's be clear. In the technical school, right? You want to pay Khadija to lay. I want to pay for another one. How do I do it? Muina, please reply to this person, Khadija. She wants to pay. You can pay via the seller link. Please, she wants to pay for one. So if you have paid for one, like let me say GCP Pro, this whatever it is you paid for in the GCP before, you now want to add one art skill. We have a link. It's still 37,625. So it is like, as at now, at the 75% subsidized, like I said, I love to subsidize when people begin with me. That is just how I do my things. My technical school is not less than $120 in the next batch. Like, in fact, not before the next batch. Once we close registration for this batch, every other person pays more for the technical school. Like, I don't think you would take a proper project management or product management this thing that they will charge you less than $200. Go and check. I'm talking about the ones that you even call proper. You heard when Miriam was saying she even took, they gave her certification and she cannot still do the work. And I'm sure she paid a lot. Do you understand? So even at that $120 or whatever that I'm going to charge once registration closes now, it is still a giveaway. It is still subsidized. So I'm just saying it is what it is. Now, so if you are paying now, it is as if you are paying for WFS again. You pay only that money for that additional technical school. That is what you are paying for as at today. So you can decide to say, and there are several people, in fact, a lot of you that paid us, you have not decided, as when you paid, you didn't decide on the one you wanted to go for, whether it was project management or product management. So you can now, based on the education I just gave you about product management, project management, you can decide to say, but please, you cannot take more than 2 hard skills concurrently. Someone can say, I want to pay for the 3. Can you pay for the 3? No. Yes. But you cannot take it. Like, you cannot be in the same batch. Like, it's like, I want to pay for project management. I want to pay for problem management because I want to be able to see what, do you understand? You cannot be taking it in the batch 1. But let's say you have paid for it and say, okay, maybe next year, when they are starting the batch 2, I will join that batch. It is fine. But you cannot take it. So it looks as if I paid now and I deferred my admission. So you cannot take more than 2 technical skills programs at the same time at the academy, because the support that we need to offer may clash on the same day. The support we are offering on the program and everything. And like I said, I am an educator. I am concerned about, I know the limit that you can take that will now start reaching a diminishing return. So I want you to, I don't want you to reach a diminishing return in terms of skills acquisition. So which is why we put a cap. You can take 2 at the same time, but you can pay for several programs, like at the same time, this thing. So it is when you pay that determines how much you pay. Like once you have paid now, even if it is a feature batch, you qualify for it. So Moina, please reply to this thing, give them this thing. You can pay via transfer, you can pay via the link for any hard skill. So for every course, that's whether that is product management, content creation of this thing. Like I said, it is the same amount of WFS as at today. Like for one course, it doesn't. So if you are taking the 3 courses, you'll be paying 3 times the amount of WFS. That is what you'll be paying, right? Content and project reports, can I take them one after another? You can take, Mandy, I think you can take them one after another, right? But they are starting technical skills program. They are starting at the same time. So like, for instance, if you paid for content and product management will not be on the same day. Their support is not on the same day. Do you understand? So it's like, let me say product management support may be on a Wednesday, content support, the day, like when I say support, like the day we are having maybe a project meeting or a project, do you understand what I'm saying? Where we are coming live, it's not at the same time. Do you understand? But there is a possibility that products and projects will be on the same day because of the facilitator that are going to support them. So we ensure that the ones that we categorize in the product school, like product management project, like the PM school, and this thing, those ones will not have support on the same day. But if the PMs, for the PM things, they may have support, which is why we say you can take 2 programs at the same time, but just make sure that it's probably one content, one product, not that you're taking product and project at the same time. Do you understand? Now, for internship, which is where I was going to, we do not offer internship alone. It doesn't matter how much you are paying us. Do you understand? But if you have gone through the WFS, before now we said if you don't pay complete for GCP, that is GCP Pro, you will not get intern. But we realized that some of our partners actually need people that could offer these things that we have talked about earlier. These things. Executive, like I said, someone that works in World Bank could be like, oh, by the way, your assistant is so efficient. Please, do you have, like, how did you get her, like, and everything like that? And I was like, oh, I trained her myself. And it made me really smile because this is someone that reached out to me from LinkedIn. He works with IFC, which is a member of the World Bank Group. And he said they needed an executive assistant for his friend who is an ED in this country. So you can imagine. So I realized that what is going to happen is, because the WSF alone is enough for you to say, I can work with someone and an executive assistant, virtual assistant and all that. What we are now doing is, unlike before that you have to have a hard skill, If you went through WFS, you can go for internship. So WFS plus internship is 120K minus tax. So calculate 120K tax as a Moina, please calculate that for me. So there is a link to, if you took WFS alone and you feel you want to be any of these things, executive assistant, virtual assistant, customer service, blah, blah, online educator, whatever. Like I have people in my network who are course creators who are looking for people to access their course for them, or to support them in enrollments, things like that. There are people like that. Oh, they want people to probably manage their coordinate program they're hosting or manage their communities. There are people like that. So what I'm trying to now do is, for the partners who are coming on board with us for internship, if your interest is in any of these and you're taking a WFS, you can go and intern with them. So what you just need to pay is the balance of that 120K deficits. That is, you will remove the money for WFS, and you can then get posted to a partner for 8 weeks to intern. Note, the internship is not paid. So once the partner is going to give you at the end of the 8-week internship is, what's it called? What are they calling it? A recommendation letter. What we said they will give you is a recommendation letter. Right? And why is that the most important thing? You can imagine me giving you to a partner that's probably not even based in Nigeria, based in UK, based in whatever. And the person is saying, oh, this person has done some work with us for 8 weeks. Like, so the person is recommending it that she has done, in quotes, worked remotely in a multicultural team, and she was able to do this and that. Like, see, that's in it. Even if you put $500 now, you cannot buy it. Because you must have delivered the work before they can recommend you in that way. You cannot imagine you delivering excellently for my partner, and they now drop a recommendation under your LinkedIn. You are like, the next time you go to a global, like you are going to an interview, and you're saying, oh, I have done this thing, I managed this thing for 8 weeks. Like, they are like, oh, wow. Why? That recommendation is your money bringer. So in our negotiations with the partner, it is like, no, we don't need the money. What we need is recommendation after 8 weeks. But what it also now means is, if you join the WFS and you did not take your program, just feel like, oh, now at least I can intern. At least I've paid for WFS. And they told me I can intern. Let me pay you the balance. If you do not go through WFS, do not implement, I can bet you will not deliver excellence to my partner. And that will mean you don't get that recommendation. It will also reflect badly on me, because I have promised them that this person that is coming to you, we know what calendar and how important it is to show up early. I have promised them that you now have traits, the skills, the technicality, the attributes of someone who is ready to work globally and who understands what it means to work globally. So please, I am begging you, if you are on this program and you want to go from WFS to internship, reach out to Moina, pay the balance, right? And say, oh, I want to be able to intern as a virtual assistant, as a whatever, out of these things that I listed before. Then we'll reach out to our partners and start that process. But if you did not go through the program, don't reach out to me. I beg you, don't. Because you will disgrace yourself, you will disgrace me by the time you get to them. And they will start asking you, I thought you said that program was a band. What now happened that this person is not delivering? I don't want that from my academy. I want my partner to be saying, I want to convert your intern into a staff. For me, all the people that I've trained within, I have converted them into a staff. I deliver that level of excellence. When I train people, they must be able to work for me. The technical skills school is starting June 25. It was initially starting June 18. We realized this is a Salah week. A lot of festivities will happen. I won't be available. Many people that are Muslims will be available. So it is starting June 25. Registration closes June 20. And like I said, WFS plus internship is 120K without the tax. So please, Muina, give them the 120K link, whatever. I don't know. It will calculate tax on 120K. I'm not sure what the difference is, right? So soft skill alone plus internship is 120. So if you have paid whatever it is you have paid before, that is, you have paid 35K before, for instance, remove the 35K from the 120K. It will be 85, right? Then plus tax, whatever it is at the end. That is, so it's, I don't know, the tax on 85,000, calculate it, whatever, like that is what it is. In the difference. I'm not certain. Muina, please drop the difference in the comment section. Ma, I hope I can take project and program management at the same time. Like I said, as at now, their support may be on the same day, but it may differ. You can take the two, but I am not certain because their facilitators, one of the facilitators is in Australia, right? So in fact, for product management, we may have to have support at odd times. When I say odd times, like we will have to fix a day. Maybe it is on a Saturday morning, maybe like 11. Why? Normally, when I'm having facilitator meeting with that facilitator, we do 11 a.m., which is already at 8 p.m., right? So it may not collide because the other one is in the UK. And, like, I don't know for now what time, but I can almost guarantee that for the product management person, our support day is on a Saturday. I can almost guarantee that it's on a Saturday. So if you are going to be joining product management, just put your mind now that most likely our support day will be on a what? Saturday morning, any day we're having that live project. So even if on our calendar you see a different day, if you're in product management school, it will most likely fall on a Saturday because of our time zone. However, the other person in the UK, so it's like they're on our time. So you can take the two. I will speak with the facilitators, at least for the sake of batch one. I will speak with them and see if we can have separate days for the support, because initially we're going to combine two of them on the same day. So if you can have separate days, voila, you are good to go, right? But I'm very certain the LinkedIn, the content and social media management is on a different day. Please, can I take content creation and GOP at the same time? I already started GOP. Yes, you can do it at the same time. You can. GOP is starting July 19. So by the time you start content creation June 25, you would have gone very far. You would have gone very far with this thing. So now I have explained internship, how it works. And if you already pay for GCP Pro, what is GCP Pro? You have taken this workplace foundational skills program. You are going to take one hard skill in the minimum, and you are taking internship. So note that your GCP Pro technical skill will start on June 25. We'll end it on August 3 or something like that. And internship will start, I think, August 18. Moina, I'm not sure of the set date. Moina, please check the calendar. But internship is starting in the middle of August. Technical school is starting June 25, ending first week of August. And internship is starting like a week or two later. Please proceed to the technical school, at least in the content creation or project management or product management. It is an hustle that will pay off. You may not even think you want to transition now, but by the time you see how much you're paying you in product management, only you will decide to transition. And I've explained the difference between product management. And if you want me to send you a link, Muina, to their group, send a link that distinguishes product management and project management. Now, I've talked already about all these things, and I'm going to skip the slide. And I've also talked about this. You can now apply with just the WFS program for internship. Now, this is the good part. Let's get to the good part. Hey, the job board community. The job board community. We now have a job board community for our SFW alumni. It's going to be on WhatsApp. And we are going to be posting verified job openings and other opportunities. Even the ones that our people, you know, the kind of one that I will get that they did not advertise it, but they just say, oh, Derry, do you know that kind of, we need an executive assistant for our ED, that kind of thing that you will not see it outside. That is what the job, I know this is added bonus. And yes, I'm not collecting money from you from batch one. Other people, they may pay, but I'm not, you people, I said, see, I like it when people are proactive. I reward proactive people. I keep giving. Why? I said, I just want you to take the first step to invest in yourself. But I said, what I charge you for this program, you will agree with me, it's a commitment fee. It is a commitment fee. Do you understand? I said, if you are aware enough that you need to invest in yourself, that means you have shown me something by extending your hand and registering. Then I am opening my hands and bringing you into my network. That is my goal. So all this, like I am saying now, my friend, they say, Jenny, I need a content creator on my team or one thing. Yes. Like someone reached out to me on Instagram and said, if you have, is it 25 content creators and social media manager, give them to me. I need them now. Like I need, if you have 25, I'm ready. See, I don't mean to brag, but I come with a network. Let's just say that. Now, this community will be posting jobs and we'll be interacting because unlike the WhatsApp community I created before now that I did not open, I'm going to open this. Why? Because I know that people have leveled up. Your mindset has lifted. Sekina is here. She was on my GOP Batch 5. I can see her right now. Their community, their GOP community, alumni community is open. I don't lock it. But because I trust the quality of education I have given the people in that program, they will not come to that community and be spamming it. No. Before I ever create a WhatsApp community for people and I leave it open, they have gone through my program. They have gone through my program because I know that I would have re-engineered your mind. You will not come and constitute a nuisance in my community. You will come there with all the work ethic and the proper ethics of a global citizen. So by tomorrow, you will be hearing what? You will be giving a link to say, join the alumni job opening exclusive community. If you are watching us on YouTube, the only way you would get into that community ever is if you pass through WFS. Ever. And that community is 5 times worth more. I used to run a community before, Slouser. They used to pay me 25,000 naira for 1 month in that community. 1 month in that community. People used to pay me, and people pay me, yes. So if I say I'm opening an exclusive alumni community where I will deliver value for free for these people, I just dash them money, right? Participant spotlight. I have to spotlight these people. Maria Adeyinka, Chinedu Undulaka, and Blessing Afua. You people are amazing. Please stand up for our valedictorians. Stand up for people that I am spotlighting. In fact, I'm going to give them a standing ovation myself. Let me move back and stand up. Like, thank you for being the life of the party. Thank you for participating. Thank you for showing me that what I do works. Thank you for bringing everything you have to this program. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for implementing. Thank you for showing up for your peers. You were supporting your peers in the community. You were, look, I cannot stress this enough. When we have people like this in a batch, like, I'm short of words. Blessing will reach out to me on Instagram, give me updates upon updates. Chinedu will show up in the community, will support people, will give me updates, he was present. And you know why Chinedu don't want my heart? He's a guy. He's working. Guys are not typically concerned about personal development. They just want to hustle. But he went beyond hustling. And look, if you are listening to me and you are watching me online, you should have a budget for personal development. Or else you will hustle every single day of your life and you will be static. The only thing that guarantees an upward progression is are you feeling the wealth you are drawing from? Stop spending all your time hustling. Feel your well back. That is how you move on. You cannot draw from an empty well. You are only as good as the knowledge and skills you carry. You cannot lead a company, an organization. You cannot become a leader in your place of work without investing. Blessing said something to me in work. She said, in a place of work, by week 3, she had contributed so much to the output of the organization. Our boss gave her money that was more than the money for the GCP group. You can imagine, she first decided to invest in herself. She paid me half the fee and said, I know that I am going to gain. She believed. She reached out on March 8th, I can't forget. By week 3, we had not completed the program. In the place of work she has started to reap dividend. You heard also what Adiola said. She ensured that in her school, they have not left their work. They are reaping the dividend as a worker. That is what personal development does to you. You automatically become a high-value person. You can negotiate your work. And Miriam, it's funny how diversity is represented here. He is a guy. She is a girl. She's based in Morocco. He is based in Abuja. Miriam is in Osun State, Nigeria. And they all have different professions. He is an engineer, he's working. She is a teacher. And Blessing is an administrative professional. Diversity. If you're watching me right now, you're asking, can this be me? You can see those who are on my screen. They are all from different tribes, different parts of the world, different orientation, different backgrounds, different age, married, not married, and all that. And they are here. I said, thank you so much, Miriam. From the very first day, Miriam, the second day we got on this program, Miriam had opened the testimonial. It was Miriam that launched the testimonial channel. And she stayed consistent from the beginning to the end. Miriam, I'm from Ede, Osun State. So this word, you are close to my heart. I'm like, because Miriam is a Muslim, I know how sometimes People use religion as an excuse not to learn, not to develop themselves. So, Miriam, thank you for showing me that now edge you cover brain. Do you understand? Like, when people see me, somebody say, oh, you're a Muslim. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, you are super excellent. And I said, how does religion have anything to do with your level of excellence? But I must admit that it is a narrative that has gone on for so long that knowledge and Islam, they are not synonymous, or like it is not like it is all right if you are mediocre. Like, I know what it is for people to make themselves believe that mediocrity, religion is all right, and is an all right excuse to be a mediocre person. It is not. See me, see Miriam. We are women, we are covering our hair, and we are doing well. Which is why I said I needed to spotlight them and show you the things that appealed to me. Chinedu, thank you. Thank you for the support you offered your peers. You demonstrated leadership in that community. Thank you. I'm blessed. My automatically acquired mentee, like she started the program before we started the program. And I told her I would look out for you in this batch. And she stayed through. Thank you so much. God will bless you, my valedictorians. And for all of you that dropped off these amazing testimonials, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like I've lost count. Look at all of you. Like, look at the screen. You made me proud. You made me proud. You changed the narrative that Africans, even if they give them the knowledge, they will not utilize it. You made me proud. From Sandra, that used to record her business this thing in a manual paper, that now uses inventory, does her inventory on Google Sheets. She now automates her business. I saw Vese. What are you in this meeting right now? I saw, who is that guy, Stainless, that said that he has collected his money, even if it is just that audio function on Canva. I read all of it. Every single night I went to your group and read it. It was present. This is results. I am showing the world what you people delivered in 6 weeks. You have blown my mind. Blown my mind. Now, like I said, I'm on a mission. And the mission is what? Africa. Million Africans. And I said something to you at the beginning of this program. I said, it is officially a what? A movement. It is a global employability movement. 3 things I need you to do for me. Please, our post-program form, fill it. Please don't let this week finish before you fill it. It is still fresh. Please fill it. Now, help others to benefit from this program by sharing within your network, because the truth is, you would be sharing, like you are making them benefit. This is too good for you to keep it to yourself. Scream it I will say thank you. Like 5 of you have reached out to us on WhatsApp to say, give me a flyer. In fact, one of you said, give me flyer for one week, like flyer for every week. I want to be sharing it every week. Everybody that knows me must hear about this. They need to experience one. I don't remember the person's name. That we should giving her flyer every week for her to be posting. That she needs everybody to hear about this. Please, it is a movement. 10 million Africans start with me and you. How do you think I wanted to achieve that, my 10 million targets? There is what you call ripple in the development space, in the sustainability space. There is what you call ripple effects, secondary effects. I train you. You make it rich, a bigger rich. Please share within your community, talk to people about this, let them, and who are the people you should be talking to, whether it is individuals. If you have a child, you have a cousin, a 16-year-old, 17-year-old that has a gap year at home. This is the best gift you can give to them. In your company, they are rusty workers. You are a project manager. You are always screaming because your people will never come to meeting early. They don't know how to use calendar. They will not send proper emails. They will not check email. They cannot structure their work. They are always, this is the time you walk up to your MD and your CEO and say, please, can we let them get into the Skilled for Work Academy? If they are up to 100 people, we will create a bespoke program for them. When I say bespoke, we understand that sometimes employers like entrepreneurs or people like employers of labor want the training for their staff, for their batch. Like, I will make it a batch, like there will be a cohort. Like, let me say, for instance, now, XYZ company wants me to, they have 100 people. So we will create a cohort for them that will start at a specific start date that we agree on. And if I feel that there are some lessons in that workplace that will be a disadvantage to that entrepreneur or to the employer of labor, I will probably look at those lessons and remove it so that the employer is not giving them lessons that is demarketing them as a business. Do you understand? So, but that is what we call the group core, as in the bespoke training. There has to be like 100 people in that cohort for us to be able to execute and deliver that. So if you have such connect, it is your church, they are saying they want to empower youth in your mosque, they want you go to NASFAT, please start to tell them, I have a training that will guarantee you that they will truly be empowered instead of you just going to waste your money. This is the time to help us reach out. You can reach out to us, drop us a voice note on WhatsApp, send an email. Please, I want to partner. Explain how this is going to work so that we can quickly proceed with that. So yes, if it is government, you are that person that is in government, you have the link to the Wealth Creation Minister in the federal government, in the state offices and everything, and you think you want us to show up and do a presentation to them, because I know the way it works in this Nigeria, you must show up to their offices, please. And if you are that person that knows how to influence the person who is in charge of the educational policy in your country, I am ready. Trust me now, I can sell. I'm ready. I would be happy to get on the policy committee for the educational, because like Miriam said, is there a way we can tackle this problem for the grassroots? We don't want people graduating without workplace skills. Can we just do it from the top and incorporate it into the curriculum so that the 500,000 graduates from Nigeria every year, over 100,000 from Ghana, it is in their curriculum from the word go. So that is the second way. Now, Blessing, Chinedu, and Miriam, those ones are our confirmed guests. Like, they are starting our series. Esther, that's my community manager, introduced, what's it called? A thing, and said that we need to, host you. We are starting a series on YouTube. More around that will be communicated, but the series is going to help us spot, as in, tell our impact stories and all. So in that series, we'll let you have more. If you are interested, we will send you a form where you will fill and say, like, just basically your short info. Like, they already filled that form. That is 3 of them. That is why we have that info and spotlighted them. We will post it on our social media, promote it. Basically, put it on our website. That series will hold it like an interview. The way LinkedIn, there's a LinkedIn, YouTube interview series are. Probably even come to your office place, do a short recording of how your work has improved and things like we want to do a documentary and document our impact stories. So we'll ensure that we are doing it at least once in a month. That is what we are going to start with. It may increase twice a month later, but we want to be able to do that. So you can be a part of that for us. Now, How do you get your certificates? You must complete the course. There is certificates on the course, right? There is certificate on the course. So, there is like the certificate on the course. So what you need to do is complete your course by tomorrow. Like we currently deactivated the certificates button. By tomorrow, we'll activate the certificate button. So if you have completed your course, you'll be able to download your certificates. Yes, there are certificates because we didn't want people focusing on certificates. So I will show you my LMS. There's certificates there, but we deactivated it till after the program. And you'll be able to get your certificate after the program. Now we've heard the voice of some of you, and we are going to hear your voice again before we go. Now, maybe just one or two people. Before then, I would like to take questions and some comments from this thing. So let me first read from Sandra. Sandra has been with me since 2021. Like Sandra, I can't believe it. Sandra is from Ghana. And Sandra said, I know Dr. AA since 2020. Can you even imagine? 2020, I didn't realize. And since then, I've been in love with everything that comes from her. She started changing my mind and life positively since the Global Mentorship Conference in 2021. I am a nurse and want to work with NGOs in health, but I realized I needed more than just the nursing skills. Fast forward, Dr. AA advertised the SFW Academy last year or two, but it was a physical intent. Yes. Shay, when I tell people that I've been delivering this, like I've been in the testing phase of this program for 3 years, I'm glad Sandra is mentioning it. When I first announced that program like 2 years ago, it was physical in our office because I wanted to be seeing them daily. I wanted to be seeing the attribute. I wanted to immerse them in it to develop an amazing curriculum. But I realized I needed more. Fast forward, Dr. A advertised SFW Academy last year or two. It was a physical. I have been craving for the program since. And I told that then, I said, when we finally have the online version, I will let you know. And finally, the virtual is here. I didn't think twice before jumping onto it. And I am happy I did. I blessed the day I met Dr. A. Oh, Sandra. Thank you for that amazing feedback. God bless you, ma, from Mandy Ogade. Thank you so much. Doug, this is awesome. Thank you. I paid for Flex. How much is remaining for internship? For internship, Muina, please, can you answer that question for me? So if you paid for Flex, you paid 75, I don't know whatever it is you paid. So please calculate. So you will minus what you paid from 161 250, right? So please send us a message on WhatsApp. Moina will calculate it for you. Well, if you paid for Flex and you want to balance it, will be this thing. But if you paid for just WFS and you want to migrate to this thing, that is 120K. Please take note. So internship, if you paid for WFS before and you want to just go to internship without art skill, it is 91,325. But if you, I don't know, Wina, please, you have to calculate that because she said she paid for Flex before, so she now wants to balance for internship. 91,325, right? 91,325 is the outstanding. If you paid for Flex, 91,325. I paid, okay, so I've answered that. Thanks always, Doc. This is really thoughtful. Although I feel so sad that I have not been able to catch up on the academy. Don't worry, Sekina, just finish. You still have a couple of weeks to the art skills school. You will catch up. Ma, please, can I still submit the last assignment? Please submit. Wait, though. I know that the online assessor is supposed to finish marking today. So let's say you have submitted this night. I think it's going to finish today, but it's supposed to finish today. From tomorrow, anybody that submits tomorrow, we are not going to address it. And that's part of the beautiful thing about this academy. There's assignment, there's quiz and all that. Congratulations. Thank you, Doc. Whoever has not finished their SFW course, can they continue to drop their quiz? No, you can drop it, but the assessor is not going to access it. You can drop it like you have access to the Google Classroom. Do you understand me? but the accessor is not going to be accessing. They're going to be focusing on batch 2 starting from tomorrow. Okay, I am blushing. Yes, Miriam, you should be blushing. You should be blushing. Congratulations. I'm shedding tears. Oh, Miriam, trust me, you deserve it. Congratulations, Dr. Dini. I'm a Muslim too, but I must admit that you inspired me. Oh, Lima, I know, right? People keep saying, this one, you can be mediocre because if I say, it's because you want to be mediocre. My own religion did not say like that. They said, if knowledge is in China, which was the farthest to Saudi as at then, you should go find it. And that is what I am doing. I am humbled by this, man. I will do more. You will see and hear. Oscar, hey, I am challenged. As in that is the word of someone who is determined. A friend visited me at home while I was learning and practicing on my laptop. After explaining to her, she was impressed. She's now part of, really, Fatia, you see? You people are fire recruiting people on those subsequent batches. Thank you very much, Doctor. Encountering you is an answered prayer. Thank you so much, Blessing. The testimonies are mind-blowing. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you so much, Latifa, who is my alumni, my GOP alumni. Now, let us hear from you, 1 or 2 people who unmute before we round up. Before we say thank you, let's hear from you. 1 or 2 people that can raise your hand. Raise your hand. And, of course, my team is going to come. These my people. In fact, let Sandra talk first before. Okay, so it is Sandra and Fatia. Sandra, unmute yourself.
Hello, good evening. I'm so happy I can now unmute. I'm home now.
Thank you.
Yeah. Doc, I don't know what to say. I'm so overwhelmed with happiness. So I joined a new organization.
Oh, really?
And yes, I've been given some rules. First, that was January 2nd. My in charge gave me an assignment to do an SOP. I was like, how will I even do it? Where will I get this kind of thing? I roamed the internet. I asked some colleagues at other facilities to no avail until I came across this and I designed a comprehensive one. She told our matron about it. And I'm also in charge of Pediatric Remarkable Month. So currently we are celebrating jaundice. And I'm the one designing our flyers, our banners. Just last 2 nights, my matron reached out to me that there is an opportunity for further studies. Am I interested? I'm even new here. I'm even new in this organization. So you see what your tuition and everything, the impact.
Right. You are new in the organization, and you are the one they are offering the opportunity at the federal level.
A lot. I'm excited. I'm excited, and a lot more. I think I'll have to find time and organize the things and then blow them to you. Okay.
Like, God, Sandra. Like, Sandra has been with me since forever. I know Sandra, like, even if she's in Ghana, like she has been everywhere I have been in terms of programs.
Yes.
So, like, wow.
Look, I'm so
an
excited.
organization you just joined. When I say, look, invest in your personal development so that you can be a high value person, even as the person who just like value transcends anything.
Thank you.
Like value transcends anything. I am the longest in that organization. Now wash. Are you the most valuable on that team? Value transcends anything.
Yes.
Like what? So you are first gone on the internet to go and look for how we create standard operating procedure. You did not find.
I didn't find anything. I asked colleagues a whole lot. I got frustrated.
You will not find templates.
I didn't find anything. So when I found it, I said that day I designed it. I forwarded it. She looked at it and said, "Wow, this is comprehensive."
Again,
she was like, "Oh, I was happy. I was happy that day. I was so excited."
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
I,
much.
I said, you
Thank you so
cannot
much.
come on this program and your life will not improve in one, whether it is in the structure module, the communication module, the selling module, the Google Tools module, the technical skill module, the like the career assets, that's all the LinkedIn CV cover letter, you must improve. Something must change. You must get results in something. Like,
Yes.
I know what excites me. The fact that a lot of you that are on this program are already working, like you have work and you created time to do this. Well done, Sandra. Thank you so much. And I'm like,
Thank
I
you,
already
Dad.
read what you sent to me. Thank you so much, Sandra. God
Thank you,
bless
Dad.
you. And I'm
God bless
excited
you.
about your new job that is also bringing about a higher opportunity already.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much
Thank
for that
you.
feedback. That's an amazing
Right.
feedback. So Fatia, I'm going to ask you to unmute now. And Fatia, let's hear it.
Yes.
Fatia, can you hear me?
So I'm on my way home. I hope. Yes. Hello.
Hello, I can hear you now.
Hello. Can anyone hear me? Okay. So I'm on my way home. The network is not really good, but I can't miss this opportunity. Actually, I don't even know what to say. I don't know where to start. So I and my husband just established an NGO. And it's like 6 weeks ago, the things I do, I couldn't have thought of doing. I do everything. I created our logo. Is there anything? Social media, printing, sending proposals, like to-do lists, name it. You don't hire anyone. So when my friend visited me and I was learning my models, I explained to her, I told her that look at what we are doing with our organization. We don't have to hire anybody because of this thing that I'm learning. I showed her what I do. I showed her some of the posters I've created for the organization, the logo. She was very impressed. Right there, she asked me how to go about it. I just gave her the link and she saw the amount when she went to just pay. Like I'm overwhelmed. I don't really know what to say. Thank you, doctor. You really
Thank you. Where are you calling from?
Yes.
What city and country are you joining from? Huh?
Ghana, Northern Ghana.
Okay, Ghana. Okay, you and Sandra, you're both in Ghana. Well done. So I'm happy for you. Like I'm happy for you. I'm
yes.
so happy
Yes,
for you.
I do everything. Proposal, concept notes for our organization. It's wonderful. I'm proud of when I look at myself, what I've achieved in these 6 weeks. I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fatia. People are now becoming high-value staff in their organization, improving their businesses, and doing amazing stuff in 6 weeks. This is the reason I live for impact. This is the reason I created the Skill for Work Academy. This is the reason and what I want to be known for. I always tell people, for the longest time, the most important title I have is that of an educator. And I said to myself this morning, I said, I am the greatest educator of all time, because beyond the knowledge, I create the impact, and the impact ripples over. And I cannot even take, like, I told my husband yesterday, like when I saw a lot of testimonials on both groups, batch 1 and batch 2, coming in everywhere, I took a screenshot and I sent it to my husband. I said, babe, pinch me. Am I the doctor? All these people are dropping this for. Like, this is just me. This is dairy, but something I conceptualized in my head is delivering and is changing people's lives. I told my husband, pinch me. I can't believe this. Like, this is what I wanted, and it is happening. Like, it is great joy. Mandy, please, you have like 2 minutes on the dot of 7:30. We need to round off. Mandy, please go on. Mandy Ogbaji. Mandy. Mandy, I can't hear you. Mandy? Oh, we can't hear Mandy, so we'll have to round this off. So now, Esther, Moina, Muji, Aisha, and myself. There is no me without my team. They are my first customers. They are only able to deliver the value you are getting, or the value we deliver to you is, Moina is still here with me. I'm going to ask her to come into the listing. This is 7:30 p.m. Moina, Aisha, please come. I want them to show that they are still in the office. We are still all in the office. And someone will need to love the life of impact to do this. Do you understand? Please come. I want them to see you. Like, say hi. They are still in the office with me. Like, how much are we even earning from this program? So it's not like we are not, me, all of them, like, it's ridiculous what we earn from this. Now I said, when I don't recruit from outside, you know why? This level of excellence can only be delivered because the person has probably gone through my program and believes in what I believe, which is impact, for them to stay through and stay here. So Moina, Aisha, I want you guys to know this today, that despite all the shit that goes on, every day one thing or the other happens that is challenging, but this team is here with me. So Moina, Aisha, as in, these are the people you are producing, because I am not the only one producing them. You are producing the very first batch of the Skill for Work Academy. What are you saying to the latest graduates?
Hi, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. We're happy that you joined us on board. Like, the impact you're making is what makes us happy, not what we're getting from you. Like, the impact. So your feedback is very, very crucial to us. So wish you the best in all your endeavors.
Thank you. And Aisha.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. I look forward to continue dropping the testimonial.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Esther, I'm not sure. Esther is 4 hours ahead of us and it's really late. I doubt if Esther is still on this call. Esther, if you're on this call, raise your hand, but I really doubt it. It's a long, she's probably at midnight already. So I don't expect Esther to still be here, but Esther has been, Esther, you're still here. Oh, God, it's super, super late. And Esther is volunteering for this. Like, Esther, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, Ma. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, congratulations to you guys. Like, it's really been, the 6 weeks has just come and it has gone. So we believe you've learned, you've relearned, you've unlearned, and you've learned new things that you need, especially in your workplace. And for those who have not yet gotten job, don't worry. You've already gotten to the stage of getting VA jobs, EA jobs, and other jobs that she has already listed for you guys. So just make wise use of it. Don't forget the word that she made mention at the onboarding section, that if you have information without not actualizing it, you are just a library. So for you not to be a library, make wise use of everything that you have done. Even before you get job, start doing something on your social media. Just like I have already explained that during one of our community meetings, start doing that. Start doing something so that when your employer come, they will see something that you've done. They will see your effort. All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much. And one last thing, Moina will be sending you an updated brochure for iTrain Africa program. I shall work tirelessly on that brochure today. So that, because a lot of people are saying, give me something I can send to people, they can read up about this thing. So we updated our brochure, we downloaded it as a PDF, we'll be sending to you on the community. So we'll be getting the brochure, the link to our feedback form, and the link to join the job board community for alumni. 3 different links. You'll be getting, what's it called? A flyer to spread the word, as in, what's it called? You'll be getting 4 things. 2 are downloadable. So you'll be getting a flyer that you can use to talk about the BFS on your this thing. You'll be getting a brochure that you can send to someone as a PDF. You will also be getting links to the job board community, where we're going to start having our partners bring us exclusive opportunities. And you are going to be getting a link to the feedback form. Esther is going to pursue you to fill that feedback form. And by tomorrow, we'll activate your certificate. So when you have finished your program, the certificate will activate. If you have any challenges at all in the way the naming of your certificate is, just reach out to us. We'll correct the way your name is on the from the back end of our this thing, and we will reissue the certificate. So on that note, I'm going to allow when we wanted to say our good nights, this thing decided to mess us up. It's a lie. I was just about to unmute everybody and ask you to say your good night. So on that note, and say good night. God bless. See you in the technical school, and well done and congratulations.
Congratulations to us. Good night.
Congratulations. Bye. Congratulations. Well done. Good night.
Thank you, Lord.
God bless
Good
you.
night.
Bye.
Thank you so much. We appreciate
Thank you,
all
Lord. Thank
efforts.
you so much.
Bye.